Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is James. Let's start the conversation, and I want to talk about what most sportscasters are talking about right now this morning. I saw and I DVR'd the Cleveland Browns game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the last 8 seconds of the game, it went down to five. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. I mean, there's no other way to chop it up. What went through? What happened to Miles Garrett? I'm just lost because what it looked like Mason Rudolph uh, was mad that he was getting squeezed or something like that because it looked like Miles Garrett was squeezing him, but that's no excuse. Miles Garrett snatches the helmet off of a quarterback. Forget that he's a quarterback. He snatches the helmet off of a football player and swings the helmet at the football player. And you he loses his mind. Marquise Pouncey gets a couple kicks in the Miles Garrett. I just posted to my Facebook page the suspensions that the NFL has rendered to both players. Marquise Pouncey is suspended for 3 games. I'm fine with that because he shouldn't have been kicking Miles Garrett. I get he's defending his player, but at the same time, you don't add the chaos. Miles Garrett has, you can Google it, Miles Garrett has been suspended indefinitely. Hand clap to the NFL for that because this incident was assault. I don't care how you chop it up. This incident was assault. If you're doing that outside the stadium without pads on, regular citizens or people in the United States, what do you get? You get your fists in cuffs. I mean, that is incarceration for for citizens of America. Whenever you strike a person with anything, that's incarceration. For however how many years per whatever state you're in, whatever the case may be. Miles Garrett, unacceptable. And one of the jobs I used to hold, this one right here, you probably have been, I don't know, chopped it out of the army for that. You'd have been gotten in some big trouble for that. You'd have got extreme discipline for that. And these sportscasters are saying that they are commending Pouncey for doing what he did. I understand what he did, but I am still not commending what he did. No, because you added to chaos, which is still unacceptable. I don't care what he may have said, and I was listening to the news accounts, listen to Sports Center right after because I knew that was the only thing they're gonna be talking about. The Browns, you guys were winning, Miles Garrett. You guys were winning the game. You guys were winning the game. Why would you do that? You guys are winning. And these sportscasters are on there saying that Pouncey is fine and no he's not. You guys are winning the game, Miles Garrett. You guys are winning. Baker Mayfield, I'm glad he said what he said. I'm glad. He's the quarterback on the team that Miles Garrett plays on, and he said it's inexcusable. He said it's a part of what's been going on here. They get two other players ejected from the game that same game because another guy did a helmet to helmet tackle that same game. Juju Smith Schuster got knocked out that same game. So it just makes me think uh, a lot of Cleveland players seem to be undisciplined. And they're saying that Freddie Kitchens is going to get fired and this is the fuel that's going to do it now. And I just listened to Colin Cowherd. He's saying that the Browns kind of want to save face and not fire him right now. Why not? Fire him right now. Don't let the game be the factor. Let what's happening, let the, I mean, fire him right now if you want to fire him. It's, oh my God. The one thing I am happy with is that the NFL is it has suspended Miles Garrett indefinitely, and I just read it briefly with the article that he has to go talk to the commissioner to get reinstated. That's a big word for something like reinstated. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with it because, like I said, if this was outside the stadium, jail time. And that's something else I want to talk about too. Why is it that NFL players can do things that citizens can't do and go to jail for, but NFL players, when you're in the sport, you get penalty, you get fined, but you don't see any jail time? I think that's one thing that pacifies players is the fact that, oh, I did it at work. They're gonna take some money from me. They're gonna suspend me for some games, but I ain't going to jail. I think that I don't wish jail time on nobody. But I think that if you're going to uh, do something like that, if you're going to do anything in a game that causes harm to another person while you're playing the game, I think that right there to me is calls for higher up discipline, and that equates to civilian discipline. Because, like I said, Juju Smith Schuster got knocked out. I think he got put out the game because of a concussion. He got double helmet to helmet or something. I didn't even see the part, but I need to watch it. He got double helmet to helmet. Whatever Browns player did that to him needs to get some type of equivalency of what they would do in the civilian world, whether it's suspended for how many games or how many years from a game of football. And the Brown player who also did that other play that knocked the guy out, that he was able to get up, walk off the field. Sports athletes get slaps on the wrist as far as I'm concerned because the things that they do on the court or on the field or wherever they're at, especially with baseball, they when they get into fights, that's assault. You do that on the street, people call the police. That's assault. I mean, athletes are pacified, but I might make another video on this one because I might give new ideas. But I am thoroughly happy at what happened with Miles Garrett suspension for the foreseeable future, and Marquise Pouncey suspended for 3 games for kicking and punching. I am pleased with what the NFL is doing right now with the situation because athletes do need to see more severe penalties for what they do during games because what they do during games is equivalent to incarceration in the civilian sector. Tell me what you guys think. Love you guys as always.